I'm going to be demonstrating for you how to record GoToWebinar webinars using TapeACall. So in the first instance, you've got to join the session. There we go, should be happening. Oh, where is it? It's opening up, opening up, opening up. Please be patient, patient. Okay, so we have this particular program happening right now. Then what I do is, once I've connected, I go to audio and I tap on switch to the phone call. Join the audio call, dial, wait for it to connect as a telephone call. Now this doesn't always work, I might add, most of the time. Okay, so we're now connecting. It automatically connects. So we've got connection now to the webinar in a few moments. Welcome to the webinar. Okay. Now what I do is I go back to my home screen, then I tap on TapeACall, and then press the big button, call it. It may look a little bit different on your phone, but this is what I do. And then you'll see there's 2 phone calls happening up here. It's now connected. So what I do is I go back to the faded one up top, which is the webinar. And when you hear the voice, which is in this case, whoops, where are we? So it's actually, if you can actually hear the webinar happening, you know that you'll be able to connect. So then all you do is, firstly, mute the calls, because otherwise you get external noise, like me chatting now, together with the webinar as well. So you click on mute, then merge the calls. And we're done. We're now recording. You can now go back to the webinar and you can watch what's on the screen and continue watching. And in the meantime, it's recording on your telephone. Once it's completed, you simply go back to that hang up and that's done. Okay, so we're going to do that as an example. We hang up. And now I go back to, in order to access that webinar, I go back to TapeACall and I press the button below the big one. And it opens up the screen, the list of all the webinars or calls that I have recorded. And I click on this one, which says today at 11:08 a.m. And it's now downloading it for me to listen to. Once it's completed, it begins to play down below here. Now I can pause it, move forward, etc. Then I can also upload it. In my case, I upload to my Dropbox so that it's saved there. I can name it an appropriate name. So I usually start with the date, potentially the topic, and then I upload it. So whatever, and then upload. Usually if I have uploaded previously, I don't need to sign into my Dropbox with username and password, as is the case here, but you may need to if you're doing it for the first time. So now we're done. So I can actually delete it from here. I can also label it if I want to label all of mine as they come in. So I can label the recording, save it, or I can simply delete it, as in this case. Done. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Then close, go back to here, close it, etc., etc. Now you may need to make some settings, some things here, I don't know, some changes to your actual settings. They're done here. Sorry for the shaking, but it's a heavy iPad that I've got in my hand. So there we go. There's also how to record your phone calls. So if phone calls exactly the same way, except you obviously don't have to go through GoToWebinar. You simply start your phone call, open up TapeACall, press that big button, which will connect to your phone call, and then you merge the phone calls together. Obviously don't mute it, because you need to be able to be heard by your caller or the speaker